So I got some good news right here I'm going to show you in a minute where you're going to get pretty excited about. It's going to show us, it's going to give us a feeling of hope and excitement that the future looks bright. But prior to doing this, do you know last year, this week, was when we announced coronavirus as a pandemic. Last year, this week is when the NBA shut down. Last year, this week is when Disney World shut down, Universal Studios shut down. Last year, this week is when you heard all these stories about Rudy Gobert. Everything, and everybody remembers exactly where they were at last year, this week, when that took place. I was at Beverly Hills Hilton with my wife and my 3 kids and my nanny when the shutdown came and my board meeting was canceled and everybody was afraid. And then we flew back to Dallas and I took the family home. I came to the office and I said, let me see what I'm going to be doing next and doing my own research. Remember what we felt a year ago? We felt uncertainty. We felt fear. We didn't know what was going to take place. We were sitting there because there was a group of people saying this is not real. There was a group of people saying this is real. There's a group of people that saying, oh my gosh, this can be like Spanish. What if this thing spreads? And everybody's like, oh, I just watched a movie the other day. You know, the movie I watched, what if it is that deadly? What if it is that bad? And then somebody would sneeze next to you like, oh my gosh, you okay? Hey, can you please not touch me? No, you. Do you remember the level of paranoia we had when we were going through this mess ourselves a year ago? Okay? Fast forward to today. This data here I'm going to show you is from TSA's website. And it shows how many people flew yesterday on March 11th versus last year, March 11th on 2020. And here's what the numbers are. Yesterday, 1.284 million people flew yesterday, March 11th, Thursday. Year ago, same exact day, 1.702 million people flew. The gap is it's less than 500,000 people. It's 420 something thousand people is the gap on what it was last year versus what it is today. What does that mean to you? As the gap gets tighter and we flip and more people are traveling than a year ago, and then more people are traveling than 2019, that means people are going back to living a normal life, right? I've been traveling a lot lately, and I can tell you airports are packed. We went to Hawaii. I was at Miami. I was at Dallas Airport. I was at LAX. We had folks yesterday at Las Vegas telling me they've never seen it this packed. I'm getting videos. Couldn't believe how packed it was in Las Vegas with people traveling, taking pictures, saying, man, I'm so glad to see people and human beings. So we're getting back on track, which means what? Hope is coming back. The level of fear where we were at is dropping a little bit. People are willing to get back to it faster. But what does that mean to you in business? Here's what it means to you and I in business. See, there's still going to be people that are going to be afraid. Some of them are afraid because they have a valid reason to be afraid. Let's just say they're 68 years old and they have bronchitis, or not bronchitis, they have breathing issues or they have asthma. And so they're worried. What if I do catch it? I have to be careful. Fine. I totally get it. But there's going to be some that are still not going to get back into the market. And I'm telling you right now, the level of surge we're about to see in the next 3, 6, 12 months of excitement of people working together again. For many, it's going to take a year or two until things get back to normal. But you're going to close your eyes. You're going to open your eyes. Everyone's back at the events. You know, Dallas just announced right now that the major league seat, when the Texas Rangers start the season, it's 100%, meaning 100% of seats can be watched in the Texas Rangers game. And you're going to see people across the country follow Texas and they follow Florida. More and more and more states are going to say, how come Texas is open? How come Florida is open? When are we going to open? And after all the complaints, eventually a Newsom or Cuomo, whoever the governor is, has to open it up as well. So I hope you got to plan yourself on what to do when all this stuff is opening up, because the level of opportunity for anybody in business just went up simply because the market is reopening back up. So with that being said, for those of you that want to go out there and compete in the marketplace and maybe go up against the Goliath in your industry, here's 14 strategies on how you can take up the Goliath of your industry while everything's getting back to normal. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.